Imagine checking into a hotel where the walls have witnessed coronations, secret meetings, royal romances, and centuries of untold stories. A place where every corridor echoes with history, yet every detail whispers luxury. This is not a fantasy and it's not a movie set. Around the world, legendary palaces once reserved for kings, queens, emperors, and nobles have been transformed into some of the most luxurious places you can actually stay in today. These are not just hotels. They are living monuments where time slows down, comfort reaches royal standards, and history becomes part of your stay. Picture arriving through massive gates that once welcomed royal processions. As you step inside, chandeliers glow above marble floors polished by generations past. Courtyards that once hosted royal celebrations now serve candlelit dinners. Staying in these palaces isn't about luxury alone. It's about stepping into a story that began long before you were born. Let's begin in India, a land where palaces rise like mirages from the desert and lakes. In the heart of Rajasthan stands a palace so grand it still houses a royal family. Umaid Bhawan Palace is not just a hotel. It is a symbol of power, resilience, and timeless elegance. Built in the 20th century to provide employment during a famine, this massive sandstone palace blends Indo-Saracenic architecture with Art Deco interiors. As a guest, you don't just admire history from a distance. You live inside it. The rooms are filled with antique furniture, polished wood, and photographs that tell stories of royal life. The gardens stretch endlessly, peacocks wander freely, and the silence feels dignified. Every service, from afternoon tea to spa rituals, is delivered with a grace that reflects centuries of royal tradition. Floating gently on the waters of Lake Pihola is another Indian masterpiece that feels almost unreal. The Taj Lake Palace appears to rise directly from the water, glowing white under the sun and shimmering under moonlight. Originally built as a royal summer retreat, this palace feels like it belongs to another world. Guests arrive by boat, leaving behind the noise of the city. Inside, marble corridors lead to suites decorated with silk, mirrors, and intricate carvings. The lake surrounds you from every angle, making the outside world disappear. As the sun sets, the palace reflects on the water, creating a moment so beautiful it feels staged. Staying here isn't just luxurious. It's emotional. Travel west, and you'll find yourself among the vineyards of France, where medieval castles have been reborn as luxury retreats. Chateau de Bagnales stands as a reminder of France's feudal past. Built in the 13th century, it once served as a fortress, later becoming a noble residence. Today, thick stone walls protect plush interiors, fine dining experiences, and breathtaking views of rolling vineyards. The contrast is what makes it special. Outside, you see centuries-old towers and drawbridges. Inside, you find soft lighting, elegant fabrics, and modern comfort. Sleeping in a room that once housed nobles during medieval times creates a powerful connection between past and present. In Italy, history and beauty blend effortlessly, and nowhere is that more evident than in Venice. The gritty palace sits along the Grand Canal, where gondolas glide just as they did hundreds of years ago. Once the home of Venetian nobility and diplomats, this palace has hosted emperors, artists, and writers. Today, guests wake up to canal views framed by heavy curtains and antique furnishings. Crystal chandeliers hang from ceilings painted with Renaissance art. Even the smallest details, from mirrors to door handles, feel curated by history. When you step outside, Venice unfolds around you like a living museum. Staying here feels less like tourism and more like becoming part of the city's legacy. Ireland offers a different kind of royal experience, one shaped by misty landscapes and medieval legends. Ashford Castle stands proudly beside a vast lake, surrounded by forests and mountains. Originally built in the 13th century, it was once home to powerful families and later welcomed royalty from across Europe. Today, it is one of the finest luxury castle hotels in the world. Inside, roaring fireplaces, rich wood paneling, and antique decor create a warm, noble atmosphere. Guests can experience activities once reserved for aristocracy, like falconry, horseback riding, and private boat rides. The feeling here is not flashy luxury, but refined grandeur rooted in tradition. Spain's history tells a story of cultures blending, and some palaces reflect that beautifully. Near the legendary Alhambra in Granada stands a palace hotel that captures Moorish elegance and European refinement in perfect balance. Intricate arches, colorful tiles, and peaceful courtyards define the atmosphere. Staying here feels like stepping into a chapter of history shaped by art, science, and poetry. The rooms overlook ancient cityscapes, and the scent of orange blossoms drifts through the air. Every corner invites quiet reflection, reminding guests that luxury does not always need to be loud. In Austria, imperial grandeur reaches extraordinary heights. Palaces once built for the Habsburg dynasty now welcome travelers seeking elegance and refinement. These residences were designed to impress the world, with grand staircases, towering ceilings, and lavish ballrooms. Staying in such a palace means walking through spaces once used for royal banquets and political decisions that shaped Europe. The service is precise, the decor is majestic, and the atmosphere carries a sense of importance that few modern hotels can replicate. Across the world in the United Kingdom, stately homes and palaces dot the countryside. Many of them have been transformed into luxury stays without losing their aristocratic charm. These properties often feature sprawling estates, manicured gardens, and interiors filled with portraits of ancestors who once ruled the land. Staying in one of these palaces feels like being invited into a noble family's private world. Afternoon tea, grand dining halls, and candlelit evenings complete the experience. What makes these palace stays truly special is not just their beauty, but the way they preserve history while offering modern comfort. The beds are soft, the bathrooms luxurious, and the service world-class, yet the soul of the building remains untouched. You are not just passing through. You are becoming part of a story that spans generations. There is something deeply powerful about sleeping in a room where history unfolded, where treaties were discussed, romances blossomed, and dynasties rose and fell. These palaces carry energy, memory, and character that no modern luxury hotel can recreate. Each creak of the floor, each stone wall, each carved door holds a secret dot in a world of glass towers and identical hotel rooms. These historical palaces offer something rare: authenticity. They remind us that luxury is not just about price or comfort, but about experience, emotion, and connection. Staying in a palace is not about escaping reality. It's about stepping into a richer one. As travelers search for more meaningful experiences, these palace hotels continue to grow in popularity. They offer privacy, elegance, and a sense of belonging to something timeless. Whether floating on a lake in India, overlooking vineyards in France, or gazing at gondolas in Venice, each stay feels unforgettable. So the next time you plan a trip, imagine more than just a destination. Imagine waking up in a palace. Imagine breakfast in a courtyard once reserved for royalty. Imagine walking through halls where history lives and breathes. Because luxury is temporary, but history lasts forever. And the most incredible part? These palaces are no longer reserved for kings and queens. For a moment in time, they can be yours too.